So we are looking at prediction markets. We're looking at various indicators on the numbers tab. Go to howdystranger.net. Talking about these 22,000 jobs added for August, down from 79,000 in July, and in June, concerning revision, negative 13,000 jobs. Meanwhile, job openings month over month down 3%, employment trends down 0.5 according to the Conference Board. Private employment ADP payroll is up 54,000 month over month for August. And what people say is uncertainty. And tariffs. Everyone said tariffs are taxes except for Scott Bessent. I'll go with Scott and say that they're not taxes, they are tariffs. Do we really care about the definition? Tariffs and immigration control are protecting American jobs. So you saw this raid at Hyundai. We want to employ Americans. We want to protect American industry. So if you buy products from outside the country, they're going to be tariffed. If you employ people who are not U.S. citizens, they're going to be deported. So these are policies that are aimed at protecting American workers. Clinton was doing this, Obama was doing this, but when Trump does it, it's somehow bad. I talked about Disney. There was an article about these new abilities for wealthy people to skip the line at Disney, essentially what Michael Sandel at Harvard has called the skyboxification of America. And so often you'll see this as a anti-rich thing. The perspective is basically it's not good. We should all just be equal, and money shouldn't be able to buy you privilege and blah, blah, blah. But it ignores the supply and demand. If something's scarce, it's going to be expensive. And so the New York Times just condensed Disney's experimenting with these features as a totally bad anti-American middle class thing. If you're middle class and you're going to Disney, great. But it's going to cost money because a lot of other American families want to do the same thing. And Disney has this great feature of, I mean, it's Disney. How do you describe it? They get these characters that kids love. I think adults love them too because they have compelling stories behind the character. The character is relatable. You know, I'm not a Disney fan, so I don't really know all these characters, but I'm assuming people love it for a reason. It's magical, right? You know, I found myself going on X and just scrolling, and I'm like stuck in it. There's an article in the paper today about parents paying their kids not to go on social media or giving them a car. And it says, you know, bribery is not good to bribe your kids. But I think parents are like, I don't know what to do. I'm telling them not to do the thing that's bad for them, and they're still doing it. And we're doing it. I mean, also, like, look at yourself in the mirror always when you're thinking about what other people shouldn't do. I'm on social media as a father. Sleep comes up often with people espousing ways to get good sleep and be healthy online. I mean, like, I'm getting the algorithms going full tilt on how to be healthy. You got to eat ginger and you got to put your pillow in a freezer. You know, like all these weird, like, you just got to adhere to a cycle. You can read the journal section on howdystranger.net. Moving over to the media tab, these are some movies, shows, podcasts, and so I just add them, and they're organized newest by date added. The Big Score, I started this book a while ago, but really interesting history of Silicon Valley. Tom Friedman from Beirut to Jerusalem, you know, I'm trying to figure out the Israel-Gaza thing and trying to be fair and balanced, both sides, understanding what's going on over there. Tom Friedman, I think he recently came out and said, you know, this is suicide, what Israel is doing. World History in Minutes. This is a nice little book to have on your coffee table when you want to just, what was that event about? And quick synopsis, you know, nothing. Seed of the Sacred Fig, Iranian movie made in secret, which I found fascinating. I don't know how you do that, especially in a theocracy. And Presence is from Steven Soderbergh. Yeah, I debated whether promoting this movie, I'm going to like section 230 here, like as a platform or a publisher, by disseminating something, am I condoning it? I don't know. Soderbergh's a good director. Blame him, not me. Hosier at Outside Lands. Love watching these music festivals online, live, without having to pay to go there and deal with all the craziness. I mean, just like Burning Man, this Russian guy that got murdered. I mean, God, I'm glad I wasn't there. And I feel bad for people who, it's like Woodstock 99, and people want these events, but we don't have the ability. Either institutional trust has gone down, or like the libertarian live free and die, that model fails every time it's practiced. It's like that utopia that everybody wants. I don't know. It's chaotic out there. What am I going to say? All in, it's just funny that we're listening to 4 billionaires talk about the current subject. They're good at it, but there's other perspectives. They have good things to say. I'm not going to be critical of the show, but for them to be the #1 podcast, I would hope that we have more diversity in our news media, basically. Going over to the news tab, I wrote an article about fiber supplements. Anytime you listen to Rogan, dude, that guy is dialed in on supplements. Curious how much he makes. Fiber powder, $25, where a pound of black beans, $2. You can get your fiber from fruits and vegetables. I wrote about hidden healthcare costs, and it's not really hidden. It's just you use insurance, you go to the doctor, and your bill is like $1,000, but you pay $10. And then you're like, well, is it really expensive, or is it this deal behind closed doors between the insurance company and the provider? It's shady. Hood earnings. Hood is taken off, man. Robin Hood. Love it. Local bounty, vertical farming. Not really understanding why the stock is not taking off. Year over year, 28% growth in their Georgia facility. Labor attached to illegal immigration. You kick out the people who picked a strawberry. Now it's going to be automated. You're not going to hire an American for $20 an hour. That's my thesis. Got some IPOs coming up. Figure and Klarna. Klarna's buy now, pay later. Affirm, another example.